across the street safely.
Traces of Roanoke's queer history are all around us.
It used to be the Last Straw, which opened in 1973, and it was the second gay bar in Roanoke's history.
On this sunny spring day, Alice Fedek shares stories of the LGBTQ plus women and the spaces they've claimed throughout the city.
It just gives you this immediacy to what used to be there and what is now there.
Once relegated to memory only, a local initiative is sharing these stories in a broader way, showing community and resilience throughout Roanoke's history.
And so I feel like that's a story that has never been told but needs to be.
Dr. Samantha Rosenthal is a history professor at Roanoke College. She's the author of Living Queer History, Remembrance and Belonging in a Southern City. It's both a collective and deeply personal story.
For a long time, many people felt like this is not a community with a history. And so it's about showing that, no, LGBTQ people have been here for a long time, and we can use all of these tools to document that story.
These tools include oral histories, photos, articles, documents, and pieces of queer life over decades. They're collected through the Southwest Virginia LGBTQ History Project, co-founded by Rosenthal in 2015.
So, the first gay bar we know of opened in the early 1950s.
The project has documented a timeline of queer community and organizing, starting with the Tradewinds Club on Elm Avenue.
There were gay guidebooks back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, before the internet, and they'd be published in New York or San Francisco and list gay places around the country that you could go to. And the Tradewinds was listed in there from the very beginning, so Roanoke was on the map of national LGBT knowledge.
But many of Roanoke's earliest gay spaces catered mostly to men. For women, safe spaces were mostly underground.
And it really wasn't until 1980 that the first lesbian organization was founded here, called First Friday.
I think our legacy is just the importance of community.
Catherine L. Baronic is a filmmaker who used her own experience as a First Friday member as the focus for her documentary. She used skills she picked up on the job as WDBJ7's first female photographer and director.
I knew that I had to be 150%. I couldn't just be just as good as the guys. I had to really stand out.
First Friday was a group in which Baronic could relax, make friends, and find community. They were best known for summer retreats, drawing women from around the region for community and fun.
It was wonderful until they found out that we were lesbians, and they would tell us we couldn't come back. We didn't let that stop us. We would just find another place. And we did that for more than 10 years. It certainly changed my life and the lives of many of the women who are involved. It's so important to be there for each other.
Her photos, stories, and documents are part of the Southwest Virginia LGBTQ History Project's archives, much of which is housed in the Virginia Room through the Roanoke Library System.
They recognize the value of our contributions to the community on a whole and to our community in particular. And it just, it tickles me.
We're standing kind of at a point of intersection for a lot of different things.
These contributions are now shared through historical walking tours led by volunteers like Alice, who retraces the steps of women who came before, paving a clearer way for those to come.
It's actually a very powerful experience to encounter that history and realize, you know what, Southwest Virginia has a place for someone like me.
In Roanoke, Leanna Scachetti, WDBJ7.